You've probably heard the phrase kill your darlings in writing advice circles. And if you're new to writing, it might sound a little dramatic, or maybe even a little confusing. What it means is this: be willing to cut the parts of your story you love the most if they're not serving the story as a whole. Sometimes that's a beautifully written scene, or maybe a witty bit of dialogue, or even a whole subplot you've spent months perfecting. The problem? If it doesn't advance the plot, develop a character, or support a theme, it's taking up space that could be used for something that does. Cutting it can feel like a loss, but it almost always makes the story feel stronger, tighter, and more focused. So how do you do it effectively? First, be honest with yourself about whether you're keeping something because it's useful for the story or because you're attached to it. Don't let the sunk cost fallacy mess you up just because you've spent a lot of time perfecting something that ultimately doesn't belong. Second, save what you cut in a cut scenes file. That way you're not deleting it forever, you're just moving it out of this story. If you change your mind later, you can, undead your darlings. Or you could offer that cut content later to your readers who sign up for your newsletter or as reader magnets, things like that. And here's what kill your darlings doesn't mean. It doesn't mean you have to strip out every scene you love, or that beautiful writing has no place in your story. It's about pruning, not clear-cutting. It also doesn't mean you literally have to kill off your favorite characters. Sometimes the scene or character you adore is pulling its weight, and in that case, it stays. The trick is to make that decision with your editor's brain, not your writer's heart. Remember that your story isn't just a collection of your favorite moments. It's a complete experience for the reader, and every piece of it should be working towards that.